Welcome back, fellow gardeners. Welcome back to my channel. As we come to the end of this year and also going into the festive season, I just thought from the deepest part of my heart, I'd like to thank all of you guys for giving me the confidence and the support as we come to the close of this year. Now, the thing about gardening to me was that basically I've always loved gardening, I've always enjoyed gardening. And also what happened is that during COVID, I started spending more time at home and started getting into gardening. During this period, my daughters would tell me, "Mom, why don't you start a YouTube channel?" And I really was scared to actually venture out and throw myself out there. But eventually I did, and this is the way the Red Soil Gardener started. Now, basically, what I'd like to say is that sometimes with calling myself a gardener is actually, I always find it very strange because I do love gardening and I do experiment a lot. There's been situations where I'd like to propagate a plant and really I don't know how to do it. And this is when you've seen me open up the rooting and look at the rooting, and then you know what to do. And I suppose in a way it's what I'd like to say is that basically with our lives is that sometimes we do get scared and we do look at things as impossible, like with the Red Soil Gardener. However, I took a leap of faith and decided to jump into it because that's my passion. How I started to get into gardening, as I mentioned, I think it always comes up in little bits, is that my mother loved gardening. And as we were growing up and in our sort of adolescence, she would take us down to the coastal area, Mombasa, where we'd stay in hotels, and her job was she had a pair of scissors and she would go around snipping cuttings everywhere. And the funny thing is that sometimes the security guards would stop her and we'd get very embarrassed. But at the end of it, once we did get back home, she had a whole bunch of cuttings that she eventually propagated and introduced to the garden. So with my sister and my late brother, we've always been gardeners because somehow my mother gave something back to us. And in the end, wherever I've lived, whether it's in Ethiopia, Zambia, or Germany, or wherever, I've always had my little garden patch of flowers and colors because somehow I feel as if that is within me. Now, when I moved into this area of Nairobi, I had been traveling a lot, and so suddenly we decided we're settling here. When I did start gardening again during the COVID period, I was left with so much cuttings and canna lily rhizomes and iris rhizomes. And I just woke up and I thought, I'm going to actually give back to this community. So what I do in this community is I go to the main gate or in an area and I just plant my flowers everywhere. And everyone knows that Alice is the one who's doing all the gardens for free for my community. And I think it's a good way of paying back. And so what I'd like to give a message to all of you out there and thanking you for all the support, and also my team, Ken and Joseph, is thank you for being there with me, and also for yourself. Do find your passion and take that leap, because it's not so difficult once you've jumped and you realize that you can actually take that passion and share it with everyone, which makes it more fulfilling. So with the Red Soil Gardener, I thank you for your support and thank you for helping me share my passion with all of you. And as we come into the new year, we'll have a very exciting new year. And thank you so much. And Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye.